Verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come, because Israel scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So this gospel has to get all over the earth. And the internet definitely um, became a huge difference for brothers and sisters throughout the four corners of the earth to wake up, give all praise to the Most High, the only begotten Son, for that. So, I mean, there's no excuse. I mean, I have chat with brothers and sisters who told me that they see stuff on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, brothers talking about what's going on, people making posts, making memes about what's going on. So the more the truth is coming out, the more the Lord going to increase and testify the judgment, because we have to become the watchmen. Our job is to warn our people, because when this thing hit, it's going to be too late. So we got to get the bloodshed off our hands. So you do the best you can do. Make videos, have fellowship, do the best you can do, and Lord willingly we'll get on them streets. But it's about right now. Do much as you can. It starts within yourself and people around you, your household, and eventually from there you help other brothers and sisters to do the same thing. Because we are in these last days. Verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understandeth. You see what I'm saying? So Daniel, which is in the Old Testament, which you got the pastor, preacher telling you, oh, the Old Testament is done away with. But Daniel, the book of Daniel is in the Old Testament. So we're going to listen to Yeshaya. You understand? We're not going to listen to no man, pork chop eating preacher. Why are you still collecting tithes? That's in the Old Testament. Why are you reading out the book of Psalms, the book of Proverbs? That's in the Old Testament. But you don't want to go in the Torah and them laws, because you get exposed big time and you start losing money. They make money on those who don't know what's going on. That's what Babylon is. Great Babylon. That's why the Lord said, come out of her, my people. That's why the merchant's going to mourn when the Lord take this great wicked beast down, because they make money off those with a lack of understanding. When you don't have understanding, it equals to confusion. When you have knowledge and understanding by trusting the Lord, you won't move. That's Isaiah 33 and 6. Knowledge and wisdom shall be stability of thy times. And how do you pertain wisdom? Keeping the laws of the Most High and follow the commandments of Yeshua. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 4, 5 through 6. You understand? Verse 16, then let them be Shlakia. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Verse 17, let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Verse 18, neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. Verse 19, woe unto them that are with child, and to them that get stuck in those days. Because it's going to be tough, because if you got a baby crying or you got your child being babysitted, or you left them over somebody's house, or you out of town, and when this thing pop off, it's you gotta get right with the Lord. You gotta pray that you and your family will be together, and the Lord will lead you to that wilderness, because when that time to flee, it's different from talking about it from it actually happened, because that flesh is gonna get weak, heart gonna be pumping, you gonna get that adrenaline, you get weary and sorrow. You know what I mean? And suddenly them negative voices come in your mind, them demons, them evil spirits. Next thing you know, you start to boil down. So you gotta pray and get right with the spirit. And we gotta do more fasting, brothers and sisters. We gotta fast more. We gotta pray more. We gotta meditate, and we gotta be about the Lord, because the more you seek his understanding, the more he's gonna prepare you for it. He's gonna give you wisdom, and we gotta have faith too to get through this thing. It's gonna be challenges, man. But I'm not saying not to have children or anything at all. Cause you got a child, don't say, "Oh man, that mean I ain't gonna make it." No, no, no. The Lord gonna get you through. It's gonna be a little harder, you know what I mean, because you got them kids, and you got these sisters out here walking around with a bunch of kids who's single. That's gonna be horrific for them because they ain't got no man around them, and she gonna get emotional. She gonna get weak, and it's gonna be bad out here. It's gonna get rough when that day comes. Okay, but verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. See, the Sabbath is still in effect from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So we have to pray. We don't want this thing to go down wintertime because wintertime is the flu season. It's going to be cold. Shoot, you might have blizzards 10, 20 inches, and it's going to be hard to get out of here to that wilderness. You know what I'm saying? Verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. You see what I'm saying? So this is going to be the great tribulation, abomination, and desolation. You understand what I'm saying? Verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. So we thank the Lord that these days gonna be shortened. You know what I'm saying? But let me scroll down. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there believe it not. Verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, and so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You hear that? The very elect. Now let's point to this man. This man is going to deceive people with signs and wonders. All right. And for proof, man, let me go to the book of Nicodemus. Now, this book was taken out by the same religious institution, the Roman Catholic Church. They don't want people to know about this. Okay, but you can go on Amazon or you can go to this link right here, www.sacred-text.com, or you could just type in the book of Nicodemus or the Acts of Pilate. It's a powerful book. Okay, now let's go to chapter 20, verse 1. Okay, it says, then the Lord holding Adam by the hand, delivered him to Michael, the archangel, and he led them into paradise filled with mercy and glory. Now, for those that, I can't go through the whole thing. You got to read it, but it's about Yeshua delivering the souls from hell, which is Hades. You understand? Spiritual world. But you have the Abraham's bosom. So Yeshua came to deliver them. He was in the earth for three days. You know what I'm saying? 3 nights. He came down there and delivered these souls like Adam and all the way up. And he delivered them to paradise, which is the third part of heaven. So when our brothers and sisters die, instead of them going to the Abraham's bosom, they go to third heaven. All praise to the Most High for his only begotten Son. So the Lord, man, he's a beautiful God, man. And Yeshua, man, definitely put it down for us. Verse 2, and 2 very ancient men met them and were asked by the saints, who are ye who have not yet been with us in hell? Hell, this is referring to Hades, all right? The spiritual world and the center of the earth, and have had your bodies placed in paradise. Verse 3, one of them answering said, I am Enoch, who was translated by the word of Ahia. And this man who is with me is Elijah the Tishbite, who was